It feels good. Slimmed down a little bit. Still got a little bit to go. Probably want to aim to lose about like 10 more pounds. But it feels good to be back out and rotating in with the guys and starting to get back to work. I think we're doing good things so far. So it's good to see.
What was last year like coming in and kind of having to work your way back into the rotation, but then getting in there at the back end of the season?
Yeah, it was definitely good to have the time to get back into shape because me and Coach Justice both having a mutual agreement that I was not in shape to play. So it was definitely good to get that opportunity to get in shape, and then plus the guys in this room are so good, and then immediately as soon as I walked in the building, they all welcomed me with open arms, and they were all very understanding. Nobody was like judgmental or like trying to put me down for it. So it was definitely good to get that motivation back to get back down in my way.
And we've asked Keyshawn and Rooster, but did you ever think when you transferred to SMU you'd be back playing in the ACC?
No, not at all, no. And it was funny because I remember when I saw that we were back in the ACC, I called my dad, and he was like, well, it's back to the same old. So, but I had no idea. Was probably the last thing I ever expected to happen.
You got a lot of former ACC players on this team, and even on the O-line, you've got a lot of players with Power 5 experience. Does that help going into this year, knowing that you're going to be facing kind of more better competition?
Yeah, I mean, football is football, no matter where you're playing at. But it definitely helps to have guys who have that experience playing in those environments and know how to prepare for like the big games against certain teams. So that's definitely going to be to our advantage when playing. And then having a lot of guys that me personally that I played with at other schools. So that camaraderie and like that work ethic is definitely going to come in to help us.
What's it been like, Jo, moving into that center spot? You've got a new guy, or I guess with where you are, you got PJ. Just kind of what's it like working with those guys on either side of you?
Yeah, well, we'll start with Jo. It's been a good experience so far. He's a smart guy, has a lot of older guy, leader on the O-line. So having the center, it's always good when your center is the leader on the O-line. So having him in that position, being able to make calls the way he wants to make calls and adjust guys the way he wants to, it's going good for us so far, and I think it's gonna look real good during the season. PJ's definitely come along, and he's definitely taken over that tackle spot, and he's looking real good so far. And then all the other transfer guys are definitely starting to come along now. Started off a little slow, and then now they're starting to pick it up, and you can see the potential and the reason that they came here. So, everything so far to me, from my eyes, is looking really good right now.
You talked about the new faces on the offensive line, but there's also a lot of new faces on the defensive line. How important is it for you guys to be getting really good reps against really already Power 5 defensive line?
It's really important because, we're going to face those guys more than we face any other team. So getting that competition week in, week out, it's going to make us better as long as making them better. And the good thing about our O-line and D-line group is we have a nice competitive edge, but we understand that we're still brothers at the end of the day. So we can go hard, keep going hard at each other, but we're never going to, it's never going to take it into the locker room. And we understand that it's all love at the end of the day. We're just trying to make each other better.
How big is the versatility on the line? Obviously, Jo is playing center after playing guard and tackle. You've played center and guard. Logan's played center and guard. How big is that to have some guys that are able to do some different things on the line?
It's huge because injuries happen. It's football. It's a physical sport. Things happen. So having guys that can move from left guard to right tackle or move from right guard to center, that's very important in the long run of the season because the likelihood of everybody being healthy at the end of the season is very low. So having guys, and then plus a lot of these guys have aspirations to go to the next level. It's very important getting to the next level, being able to play multiple positions. So it's just going to make us better.
How do you kind of stay sharp on some of those center things while you're also physically repping at guard and also, taking mental reps at guard as well?
Yeah, in meetings, when coach is talking to Jo about some center stuff, with Graham about some center stuff, I'll make sure I take those notes. Whenever we're walking through stuff, I still kind of go through the calls in my head. It's just because I played center for so long, it's just kind of a natural thing that I do. But this morning I got some snaps again. Just doing little things to kind of keep me sharp. I'm not really going to get many team reps at center, but Indy or pre-practice, meeting room, there's definitely things that I can do to keep me sharp on playing center.
And then just like you said, didn't come in necessarily last year ready to play at the beginning of the season. How excited are you to, be full go fall camp and be ready to go that game?
I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I mean, it's my last year. Missed out on playing last year in a couple big games, and we're back in the ACC now, so a lot of familiar faces. I'm super pumped up for this.